There is no competition. I'm going to say that again. There is no competition. In the circles that I run in, these are all business owners, right? Atiba, myself, we were talking about it earlier. We have friends of ours that are doing $15 million, $20 million, $100 million. We have friends of ours that have sold companies to Blackstone. Venture Capital Group have made hundreds of millions of dollars and go back at it again. And the amazing thing about all of them is they don't have a scarcity mentality. They have an abundance mentality. And what you can do is you can actually create your market. Again, remember, you're only trying to dominate 25 to 30 miles around your location. Again, the exception to that rule is LA. And it's like you're dominating like 2 miles or 2 blocks or whatever because of traffic. So earlier today, I talked about Facebook. I'm going to tell you right now, Facebook advertising for what we do is the biggest waste of money in the world. Okay? I always get somebody go, but we do well. They're usually more sophisticated. But for most of you that don't know anything about advertising and marketing dollars and don't have people in place that can answer the phone, that can run people through a script and are not at your core sales organizations, Facebook is an utter complete waste of time. When we opened up the clinics, the ED clinics, we ran radio, TV, and print. Yes, we ran in the newspaper. The newspaper made us $100,000 a month on a $24,000 a month ad spend. That's a pretty good return on ad spend. It's a 4-to-1. It's not bad. We advertised on classic rock radio. We advertised on what I affectionately called angry white man radio, otherwise known as conservative talk radio, Rush Limbaugh. Yes. There was a lot of our clients that were listening to that. We were on news. We were on the afternoon news, the morning news, the evening news, Wheel of Fortune. We spent a lot of money. We spent $60,000 per month per location, so that with 3 locations, we were spending $180,000 a month in mass media. We generated $750,000 a month. Okay? Then there was the occasional month where we only generated $500,000. We go, ah! Okay? And we'd all freak out. Well, what made that work is when the leads came in, we had 5 people on the phone, and they followed a script. Thank you for calling Carolina Men's Clinic. This is Matt. How may I help you? Oh, you heard about our ad? Great. Well, let me ask you a couple of questions, and then I'll be happy to answer your questions. What's your name? Bob. What's your age? 56. Are you having trouble getting an erection, maintaining an erection, or a little bit of both? A little bit of both. Okay, do you take any medications for high cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, or antidepressant? Yeah, I take 3 of the 4. Great. Based on the information that you provided, I'm sure that we can help you. What you would do is you would come to the clinic, you meet with the doctor, you get a test dose. After you get the test dose, the cost of the visit is only $199. If you don't get to see results in the office, you owe us nothing. That's our guarantee to you. We have dates available on Tuesday. You want to go morning or afternoon? Okay, we have Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Does that work? Great. Here you go. Boom. We brought in, I should have the screen capture. We had, I kid you not, between just per location, we would have over 110 phone calls a week. The average length of a phone call was 6.5 minutes. Okay? I tell you that because today, if I were to open a clinic, the last thing I would do would spend money on mass media. And the reason why is because the infrastructure that is needed. And when I started working with doctors, we started showing them that model. We would generate a crap ton of leads and then be like, we can't convert any of them because they had nurses work in the front desk or med techs work in the front desk, or they let the phone go to voicemail and try and call people back when they were not so busy. And so I started thinking, and I'm like, okay, there's something that's missing here. And in the model that I'm going to show you, the second step of the Stairway System, we accentuated what is called educate and excite. And that's what we're going to talk about today in our next session. And Ariana was alluding to it. And we're going to take you through a couple of phases of how you're going to be able to grow your practice very quickly. And I can guarantee that you can grow your practice so quickly following these next few steps. The reason why is because we do it every single week for our clients. We show them how to implement this. We help them implement some phases of it. We are not an agency, but we help them implement some phases of it. And I'm going to show you how to add a lot of cash to your practice so that you then have the cash to grow. Okay? Growth doesn't come, like, think about it this way. If you have 1,000 names on your list, you have on an email list, even if you've never emailed them, you have at least $100,000 in new revenue sitting there over the next 3 to 4 months. Okay? Now, tomorrow, in the afternoon, in the morning session, second morning session, I'm going to show you how we do this, but I'm going to show you how you build the demand for that. Okay? So we're going to educate and excite. Now, when we talk about educate and excite, I'm not talking about this is our machine. It spins at so many RPMs per minute, and we take so many ounces of blood, and it's the finest machine in the world, and I've been to nobody gives a shit about any of that. You want to know what your patient buys? What does your patient buy? Do they buy a procedure? Outcome. Why did I have my back done? Because I wanted to play golf. And not just play golf, but play golf at a high level. Never lose sight of the fact they're not coming to you for weight loss. They're coming to you because they want to look great at their daughter's wedding. Or they just got divorced and they want to make their ex-husband jealous and envious. Or they want to prevent their husband from having an affair. Or the guy loses weight. Or the guy gets hair. Or whatever it is, they're doing it for something completely different than what you think. Okay? So your first 10 sales, with the purpose of marketing, whoops, am I in the right spot? Why is this? Okay, sorry, I got tripped up there for a second. Okay. The purpose of marketing isn't to get a lead, but to make selling superfluous. That's what I want you to understand. Is there something going on here that I don't know about? That doesn't look like this is syncing up here and back there because I'm seeing different slides. I can go with whatever. So it's not you, it's me? Story of my life. Okay, I'm going to wing it, okay? So, you want me just to go to iPad? Okay, we're good? All right, great. So your first 10 sales are going to come from your existing patients. When we talk about this formula of getting $50,000, you are going to make an additional $50,000 by marketing to your existing patient list. And how do you do that? Well, and it's going to continue that way, is you need to make orthobiologics part of every discussion of treatment. But Matt, I see patients every 9 minutes. That's the problem that Osh Goyle had. So see less patients. But I need all that money coming in. Y'all do realize that the insurance model, money comes in, money goes out. Actually, it's the reverse. Money goes out, you wait 60 to 90 days for money to come back in. Okay? You are fronting, you are the last one getting paid. So there's no reason for you to continue this crazy model. What's the definition of crazy? Over and over again, expecting a different result. By that definition, how many of you are crazy? Welcome to the club. We're all crazy here, okay? So you're going to make orthobiologics every part of every discussion. And we're going to build what we call a know, like, and trust. Now, you can build know, like, and trust a lot of different ways. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to do it like this, where you like write a book, create a blog, do daily videos, join networking groups, host a lunch and learns, host podcasts, be on TV, use TikTok, run ads, hand out flyers, volunteer your time at local groups, be a high school teen doctor, get more certifications, go the extra mile, get testimonials, informatic communication, cost transparency. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about overloading yourself. I'm talking about a very simple process that is this. I want you to develop a deeper bond with your current patients. Okay? Remember, what is the purpose of the insurance company? Why do they exist? To make money. Why do you think they keep cutting your reimbursement rate? If they let you build a relationship with your patient base, they know you can leave. So they tell you a lie. You're going to make it up on volume. You know what has to happen in order for you to make money on volume? Your costs have to go down. It's a fundamental scientific business principle. But Matt, what about Walmart? What about Walmart? Let's talk about Walmart. Do you want to know how Walmart makes money? Does anybody know here how Walmart makes money? You think it's because they offer low prices? They make money on their vendors. They negotiate so hard on their vendors. That's where they make money. They make money by negotiating a price so low and terms so difficult that a lot of times vendors will quit doing business with them because it's so difficult. I know this because I have friends of mine that sell to Walmart and Amazon. And you fly to Walmart land and you get off the plane and there's all these big ass houses and gorgeous hotel, right, in Bentonville, and you go to negotiate and you sit in a room, there's a corridor of rooms and they've all got glass, and you sit on hard plastic chairs that cost about $1 each, and you have a plastic table, and Walmart negotiates the living crap out of you. They're not making money on low prices. You want to know why? Because Walmart understands margin. And we're going to talk about margin tomorrow. But margin is a basic concept that you're going to make your profit no matter what. And the only way, if you want to be the low-cost leader in medicine, the only way you can do that is to control your costs. Do you control your costs? You know, Walmart doesn't pay all that well when you work for them. They don't provide health care. Okay? Yeah, you do. Right.
All of
Yes.
provide health care for the Walmart workers
Yes.
because they pay the salary so low.
Yes, that they're on our
Yes.
they're on our tax dollars.
Yes.
Okay?
So
there's
next
no
time next
Yes.
time you go to Walmart,
right.
just tell them you're welcome. I paid for your health care and I'm buying stuff. Why am I giving you so much money?
Yes. So you can't run a low-cost healthcare company. It's statistically and scientifically impossible. You can't have a high-volume practice. It doesn't work. Because in order for you to sell higher prices, you need to have deeper relationships with your prospects, with your patients. Okay? This is all basic. This is economics 101. When you all were like looking at cadavers and the anatomy, we're in economics class, which is boring as hell. Okay? Just so you know, right? So, you want to discuss and provide better options to your patients. Now, here's one of the big problems that people make. They go, well, Matt doesn't understand my client base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cherry pick who I offer this to. And they only cherry pick it to the people that dress really well and drive really expensive cars. And they see the people walk in with the Walmart bags or the Target bags, and they've got the $2 pair of shorts on and the $4 flip-flops, and then they go, that person can never afford it. Do you want to know who's buying? The people in the flip-flops, and they're paying cash. You see Roddy nodding his head. You see Ariana nodding her head. You see their staff nodding their head. Okay? If you were to talk to our clients, you would be amazed at how many people walk in and you think they haven't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and they go, oh, $5,000? That's it? Okay. Every single day. Roddy will tell you over and over again, right? Like, you didn't think it was possible, and yet people do. And we'll talk more about that in the next day. Okay? So what I want you to do is, because your patients already like you, you only buy from people that you know, like, and trust, right? Think about it. I've talked to many of you before you came here, and you're like, okay, well, let me just take some time. And what's our answer? Take your time. Get to know us. We want to earn your trust. Okay? If people trust you, they will spend money with you. They'll spend incredible amounts of money with you. And I know you're going to get great outcomes, right? Because again, are you all at least 8s when it comes to being a doctor? Is your medical skill set at least an 8? Yeah? Okay. So you're going to get great outcomes. So they already trust you. They already know you. They already like you. And they want you to make a different offer to them. So don't edit what you have, and don't think that they won't spend the money or have the money, and they want everything covered by insurance, because they don't. They want what you want. they're as tired and as worn out of the insurance game as you are. And, it's in our ethos, in our culture in America. A friend of mine once said that, if you think about what America is, we were crazy enough to go spit in the eye of the village witch and get away with it. Think about what's in our DNA as a country. Our ancestors left a place that they knew, a family that they knew. They probably never been outside their town or more than 10 miles. And they got this crazy harebrained idea to get on a boat and come to America, to a place where they knew nobody, because they believed that there was a better future. That's in every single one of your DNAs. One of your ancestors was crazy enough to come to America and leave the safety and security of Poland or Russia or Ukraine or the Philippines or Mexico or Ireland, or maybe it was all of those, because you're all blended together, right? And every single one of us. So it's in our DNA to be a bit of a maverick, to be a rebel, okay? And so we don't always want to follow the crowd. We want to take our life, we want to take our destiny in our own hands. That's part of the core of who we are as Americans. And your patients come from that same fabric. It's just that they've been sold a lie just like you have been. Right? So how are we going to do this? We're going to discuss and provide better options to your patients. So this is what Dr. Schachter does. Oops, how do you buy? Did we lose enough? Did this happen again? Are we losing things? There we go. You got it, guys? Okay. So here's what Dr. Schachter does. Dr. Joshua Schachter, he was supposed to be here, but they got stuck in Telluride on their ski. They have a place in Telluride, and they had problems with their flight, so they're not going to be able to make it this afternoon. I said, that's okay. Enjoy Telluride for us, all right? But we have another case study for you that we're going to run. But I'll tell you Shaq's story. So Dr. Schachter, you've heard this story probably a little bit, former chief of surgery, told that his RVUs were going to be cut, and he said, F you, and started his practice, and called me and said, what do I do? And so what we did is we started doing videos. Now you might be thinking, I don't want to be a TikToker, I don't want to be an Instagrammer. I'm not looking for you to get a bunch of likes. Atiba's going to talk about this on Sunday afternoon. I'm not looking for you to get a bunch of likes. I'm not interested in you getting, people giving you the thumbs up and all that stuff. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is we're talking about entering the conversation that goes on in their head, okay? So you can check out his site, his stuff on Pinnacle Orthopedics and Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And when you see this, you will see that there are tons of videos and information about how to get XYZ fixed. So, when you get ready to buy something, what do you do? What do you do when you get ready to buy something? Grant, what do you do? You go on the internet, right? And what do you do? Let's say you're looking to buy, what do you like to do, Grant? Listen to music. Okay, who's your favorite band? Boston. Okay. All right. So if you were looking up for information about the band Boston, or let's say, I know they're not touring, but let's say they were touring, what would you type in? You would type in Boston band tour schedule, right? And what's going to happen? The information's going to pop up, okay? Now, are you a musician? Are you like a side musician? What do you play? Keyboards. Okay, great. Let's say that he wanted to learn the keyboard lines to More Than a Feeling. And what would he do? He would Google how to play keyboards to More Than a Feeling by Boston. And what would pop up? Chord charts. What else is going to pop up? Videos. And what's on those videos? How to play it. What's the number 2 search engine in the world? YouTube. Where do you go when you want to learn how to fix a plumbing line in your house? YouTube. Where do you go when you want to learn how to hit a driver straighter and farther? YouTube. Where do you go when you want to learn a little bit about wine? YouTube. Where do you go when you want to learn how to make a bolognese sauce? I've got a video on that, how to make a bolognese sauce, by the way. It's really, really good. Just shameless plug. You go to YouTube. So where do you think your prospect is going when they want to learn about fixing their knee? Where are they going? They're going to YouTube. What are they Googling? How to fix my knee pain. What pops up? Tons of videos, okay? And most of them are pointless. You know what's really cool about Google is it will tell you exactly what they're searching for. So, instead of you creating a video of why PRP is better than blah 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 blah, or why you are better at PRP, because the patient doesn't care, the prospect doesn't care, what do they care about? Who do people care about? Do they care about you or themselves? Themselves. What's the number one rule of how to win friends and influence people? Get people to talk about themselves. Nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody cares where you went to school. Nobody cares about where your degree is from. Nobody cares how many classes you've been to. All they care is, can you help them get better? Okay? So what do? Well, it's pretty simple. What you do is you let Google and YouTube tell you what they're looking for, and you create videos that answer that question. This is very simple to do. Don't get freaked out about it. We're going to have another session on how to do it. Atiba's going to go into depth in this on Sunday afternoon. That's his business. He's an expert at that. And you create this. You let your prospects know, your patients know that these videos are available. That is one way to do it. But there's a better way. There's an even easier way to do it. And am I going to be able to pull up the video, Andrew? Yeah? Will I be able to pull up that video of Trevor showing what he plays that's in the slide deck? Hopefully. Okay? Thank you. Great. Educate them before you walk in the room. This is the other way that you do it. So your patient comes in, you check them in, you put them into the room, and what do? They sit there while you finish up. And they're in there for 6, 8, 10 minutes before you come in. Okay? So you're going to let them just sit on their phone, or are you going to dictate to them what they get to see? You're going to dictate to them what they get to see. So this is Trev Buccieri. Remember him from Stay Young Center for Women? And this is what he puts in place. And is this going to be able to pop up? Andrew, we good? Let's see if it comes up. This is what every single patient, oops, I'm going to back it up, sorry. That embed should work, hopefully. And what you're going to see is this is a video that it plays. It's about 5.5 minutes, and it's very, very straightforward in that it talks about what's going to happen. Thank you for coming. Here's what you're going to experience. This is what other people have experienced. We're really excited for you to be here. Your provider is going to be in the door in just a minute. This is what Dr. Schachter uses. This is what Dr. Petropoli uses. They have this playing so when they walk in the door, the patient goes, I want that. Two of the easiest things that you can do to make money right off the bat. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Trev Buccieri, and welcome to the Stay Young Center for Women. So what this video is going to do is it's going to give you a breakdown of what your visit's going to be like today. So you'll hear some success stories from some of our patients, and we'll also talk about how you can work with us moving forward to accomplish your dream body. Because we work with women all day, every day who come in and they say, I want to lose weight, I want to reshape my midsection, my thighs, and my upper arms. I want more energy, and I want to love the way I look and love the way I feel. And they want to know how we can help them. And the way we actually get our patients the results that we do is through what's called our Transform One system, which is a fully customized program for each individual and built to help our patients lose it and then tone it. Because the only thing that we focus on here is helping women lose weight and lose inches in those targeted trouble areas like the midsection, the thighs, and the upper arms with ease. And we've already helped over 25,000 patients lose well over 500,000 pounds, and we know how to do that better than anyone else on the planet. So in just a few moments, what's going to happen is your Transform One technician is going to come in and they're going to bring you through your very first treatment with our Lose It laser lipo technology, which helps our patients lose inches and also stubborn body fat in those targeted trouble areas like the midsection, the thighs, and the upper arms. You'll also notice that the treatment will be pain-free. It only is actually going to take you 7 minutes, and you're literally going to be walking out of your treatment with measurable changes in your treatment area today. And every single treatment moving forward is what's called progressively cumulative, meaning that your results are going to be continuing to stack and accumulate more and more over time. You may find that hard to believe, so instead of me talking about it here, let's actually hear from some of our patients.
I lost 18 pounds and I lost 17 3/4 inches around my midsection. I think the treatment here has really motivated me to stay on point with my nutrition during the week and regular exercise and things like that. And I feel a lot better than when I first started, and I've definitely noticed the differences in my body. I think it's definitely worth it to come in and get a consultation and just kind of see what it's about and see if it's right for you. I think for me, it was just kind of the timing of when I was really ready to make some serious changes in my life and just being really motivated to stick with it.
Now, another service that we offer our patients looking to lose weight is our Lose It medically guided weight loss program, where we use the latest weight loss medication technology under the guidance of our board certified practitioner to lose the weight and essentially help us change our relationship with food. Because personally, I've been battling my own weight since I've been 12 years old, which is when I went on my first diet. And what I've learned through my own self-study is that diets don't work long-term, and that the only way to actually keep results long-term is with strategies that are simple and, most importantly, enjoyable. Otherwise, we get stuck in the ups and downs of weight loss and weight gain, which the large majority of our patients have experienced before. And of course, this isn't fun for anyone. So the solution needs to be simple to understand, easy to implement into our lives, and also enjoyable. Otherwise, it's unsustainable, and any of the results that we accomplish are only temporary at best. So let's hear from another one of our patients.
I'm halfway through my laser lipo sessions at the Stay Young Center for Women in Buffalo, and let me tell you, I am so excited. In just 1 month, I've lost 8 pounds and 6 inches, and let me tell you, I am so excited to be in my bikini on spring break right now. If you're sitting there thinking, is it my time? Is it my time finally to get those last few inches or start your journey? Then you must go. Jump in and get your laser lipo treatments. Completely painless, super convenient, beautiful spa-like environment, and you're gonna feel empowered to feel your best ever.
After our patients lose the weight and also lose the inches in their targeted trouble areas like the midsection, the thighs, and the upper arms, many of our patients then decide that they actually want to tone it in those targeted trouble areas. And for this, we use what's called our High-Fem Tone and Sculpt technology, which focuses on reshaping and also toning the areas that we're actually looking to target here. And just like with all of our other technology, you don't have to make drastic changes in your lifestyle to get results. The technology is that good. That said, if you're looking to get your dream body results and keep your results long-term, utilizing our Transform One tools and resources that we give you is going to massively accelerate your results. Now, in just a moment, your Transform One technician is going to be coming in here to bring you through your targeted fat loss treatment with our laser lipo technology. And then after that, you'll meet with one of our patient counselors for a personalized consultation to learn about exactly what your goals are looking to accomplish here and how to get you into your dream body. And then what we'll do is we'll recommend what they feel is going to be an ideal tailored program exclusively for you. So thank you so much for coming into the Stay Young Center for Women and entrusting us with your goals. We so appreciate that with everything that we are here. My name is Trev Buccieri, and please make sure to come by, say hello on your way out. We're so thrilled to have you, and welcome to our family.
Pretty powerful, right? Pretty simple to put together, too. Imagine taking the time, having every single patient, and you did that for something like orthobiologics. And even if you're, Matt, I don't have any testimonials. It doesn't really matter. Do you have somebody, do you have someone that you've helped get better? Have you done one injection? Okay, if you haven't, that's fine. Just have people talk about how you are as a doctor, or wait until you get the testimonials. Go serve a couple of people. Because, look, you have to do these things. People, you don't want to have to go out and learn how to do the selling, right? Like I've been doing this for 30 years, whatever it is, okay? But when you put that stuff in place, it makes the selling so much easier. Now, at this point, we were going to have Dr. Schachter. Hey, yep, can we get the box? You have a question? Hey, Roddy, could you throw the box over? Thank you. Look at that.
All right.
Woo!
All right, so quick question. Fernando from Phoenix.
Yes.
Quick question. I know throughout the course of conversations that we've been having is the one thing is to get your patients to trust you, to know who you as a physician, right? Trevor is not a physician. How has that played out for him and what he's doing, especially with like the video like this?
You know, it hasn't impacted him at all. I mean, he does on average $150,000 a month in Buffalo, and then he has a second location in Denver, Colorado that does $75,000, and he's getting ready to open Rochester, which should probably do about 75 to 100 grand. It hasn't impacted him at all. Okay, it didn't impact us when we did it in the ED clinic. I mean, I was the guy in the TV commercials, so and I didn't wear like a lab coat or bullshit, any of that BS. No, look, people just want. This is a way for you to have the conversation. And the problem with converting a patient is not every day you're going to be at your best. So like I'm a highly trained salesperson. Even when I do a discovery call with a prospect, I have a script in front of me. I wrote the script. It's my company. I've been using that script for 20 years. You would think I know it by heart. I still follow it. And so the reason why I tell you that is some days I forget to use the script and things don't go as well and my numbers go down or our numbers in the company go down. Even when in the clinics they'll go down. In this case, what I'm doing is it's something that I know is going to be evergreen and it's going to work perfectly every single time. I don't have to worry about if somebody had a bad day or they didn't sleep well or they stayed up too late watching Netflix or they got in a fight with their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their dog or their cat or their mother or their mother-in-law, whatever it is. This thing's going to be constant every single day. So, yeah, it's a very, very powerful tool. Okay? Yep. Another question right up here. Right. Yeah, you do, because you have to be recorded, and I'm going to sell you on the internet.
So Google, I went to another one of these things, and they talked about how for any service, it's Google near me, Google the zip code. Mm-hmm. And I've seen videos with Google, my business profile, they have a ranking of where you occur in every zip code around the area you're in. YouTube, they're owned by the same company.
Yep.
But the biggest difference that I see between Google and YouTube is that I don't see how these YouTube results are so localized as they are for Google results.
I want you to understand something. What I'm talking about is using these videos and feeding it to your existing client base. That's a great strategy if I have 14 dry cleaners and I own 14 dry cleaners in northern New Jersey. Remember, your people are going to come from 20 miles away from you, max. You do not need to follow any of that stuff that I shouldn't say follow any. That stuff is not as applicable from the standpoint of really what we're doing is we're communicating to an existing client base. You can put this on Google if you want, you can put it on YouTube if you want, and Atiba will talk more about this tomorrow. But one of the things that he talks about is, I'm not looking for you to be the number one ranked if you Google outside of, like if you're Googling in Long Island and you're in New Jersey. We're not looking to dominate the entire 5-borough area, just that small little market, okay?
How do you get patients to pay for additional services? I have people come in for monthly visits and they think everything should be.
That's the next session.
Okay.
Perfect lead-in, by the way. Appreciate that. John, did you have a question?
Yeah, so on the video, so that's good for the first patient visit, right? But you get an eye roll when they're like, "Do I gotta watch the video again?" Every time I come in.
You're overthinking it.
Okay. What about?
I got a question. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Probably Interstellar.
Okay. How many times have you watched it?
4.
Okay. And like if it's on TV and you're halfway through, do you watch it?
No, I don't really do that.
You're a screw up. You should be.
I know. So, well, here's the other thing too. Like, I get like.
You're messing up my analogy, John. You're supposed to play along. Just because you went to Chapel Hill, don't outthink me, okay?
That's my daughter. She's a smart one. So, and I also get like from patients in my practice. Like, we don't do this right now,
right.
But like
yeah.
we get the kind of like, oh yeah, I had to go and listen to Dr. Stevens. Video over at the chiropractor office. They just want to sell me. They want to make me watch this video every time. Like, is there like a point of like, that's a little too much? Do you get that?
All right, here's the deal. All we're trying to do is convert 10 to 15% of your existing client base so you can fire those deadbeats that don't want to treat you well. You are trained that every patient is equal. You want to know why? because they pay the exact same amount. And I got news for you. Not every customer is equal. Okay? Your goal is to identify the people that don't respect you. And if they're going to be like, I don't want to listen to what the doctor has to say, I just want to get my injection, get rid of them. Because they're not honoring your hard work. They're not respecting you. You want to be around people that respect you. That are like, wow, this guy's really freaking good. He's really busted his ass over 40 years and dedicated his entire life to serving mankind in medicine. And he's finally found a way for me not to have to continue to get these crappy nerve blocks and steroid injections and other crap that doesn't work.
40 years? Come on, man. You're killing me.
Well, you insulted me by saying you only watched Interstellar 4 times. You know? You could have given me Goodfellas or something like that. Like, you always stop when how many people when Goodfellas is on, you stop when it's halfway through and go, I gotta watch the rest of this. Okay, see? All right, you are normal. Thank you, Jesus. Okay? Okay, so, but yeah, like, you only want to work with people that respect you. This is a way to eliminate people. Okay? The goal is to get rid of the bottom 20% and focus on the top 20%. What other questions do we have? Okay, so do we have Nabity? Yes, we do. Okay, we got a question back here. John, can you throw this back there, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question about videos. You talk about videos, and we talk about Google, we talk about YouTube. There's so many platforms on social media. What are your thoughts on having a business Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, all those platforms? Are those worthwhile ventures, waste of time? Obviously, you mentioned the video piece for YouTube, but what do you think about the other platforms that are out there?
So my philosophy on that is the same philosophy I have with cigars. Yes. All of them. Okay? There is no one thing. Like, people are like, I don't want to be on TikTok. Well, let me ask you something. If you got a client that paid you $25,000, would you be on TikTok? Can I get a hell yes? Like, right? So use them all. Like, it's like saying, well, I don't want to present to this patient because I don't think they have the money. And then you find out that they're worth $25 million. They just dress like a hobo. Okay? Use them all. Use them all. We have clients that, like, I'll tell you this. YouTube is phenomenal. An advanced strategy, which we will not go in during this session, during the whole thing, create a podcast. How many people have listened to know we have a podcast or have listened to my podcast, The Practice Profit System? You want to know what those are? Those are videos. That all we did was take the audio and make a podcast. Ariana has a podcast, The Business of Orthobiologics. Okay? It's a video. They rip out the audio. It's not your job to determine how people should consume. It's your job to provide the different ways for people to consume your information. Okay? All right, any other questions?